So, more leaks have popped up on Reddit recently, and I've honestly been watching them for a kinda unhealthy amount of time. So I figured, hey, let me break down some of the stuff you might have missed in this new footage. The gameplay is on Capestone, which tells us this probably came from a recent playtest. First thing, remember in the last video I mentioned a backpack lying on the ground? Well, it turns out the mechanic works just like what we imagined. From this new leak, we can actually see the backpack pop up right after a soldier goes down, and then when their teammate revives them, the backpack disappears again. It's a nice little detail, and I think it's meant to help make those drop loadouts more visible during the chaos. Now, let's talk about the tank. This part caught me off guard a bit. If you didn't notice, the M1 Abrams in this version has 4 seats, not 2 like in Battlefield 4. In BF4, it was just the main gunner and 1 for the LMG operator. But now, with 4 seats, it's kinda interesting. Remember that teaser where a soldier's hanging on the back of a tank? Makes me wonder, does that player actually take up one of the seats? We don't know for sure yet, but it opens the possibility that tanks could work more like they did in Battlefield 1, where you needed a full crew to really be effective, especially with those limited views in Battlefield 1. Something else I noticed, there's now a hit damage counter, so when you shoot, it shows how much damage each hit does. I'm not a huge fan of extra UI noise. I like my screen clean, it helps me stay immersed in the game. Hopefully there's a way to toggle it off though. What do you think? Too much clutter, or are you into seeing those numbers pop up? Let me know in the comments. Now, the new ping system, I've got mixed feelings. It's not as busted as 3D spotting used to be. You're not seeing enemies through the smoke anymore. But now it puts a marker on your compass above your head. So even if the enemy's behind a wall, you still get a rough idea of where they are. Hopefully the range is limited, like at least a few dozen meters or maybe 100 minimum. Because if it's not, then it's basically 3D spotting all over again. Let's move on to the slide mechanic, because yeah, people are definitely split on this one. A lot of players are worried it's gonna get abused like slide cancelling in Call of Duty, but honestly, from what I've seen, it's not that bad. The speed and distance of the slide feel more like what we had in Battlefield 1. And more importantly, there's no momentum boost. That's huge because that's what usually leads to spammy movement. So yeah, I'm feeling a little more chill about it now. We also finally got to see the combat role in action. This was mentioned before in one of the community posts, and now we actually get to see it play out. The animation, pretty similar to what we had in Battlefield 5, and function-wise, it's there to help you avoid fall damage from medium-high drops. That said, it might still need some polish. I mean, dude did a full combat roll from like a 2-feet drop, so it really needs to be more polished in the future. One more thing, there's now a heads-up display warning for incoming artillery. So now I'm wondering, does this mean we're getting a commander system again like in Battlefield 4? Or is it tied to a killstreak style thing like in COD or Delta Force? I really hope it's not the second one. Oh, and you can pick up your teammate's health pack now, kind of like how it worked in Battlefield Hardline. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next update. I'll catch you in the next one.